Think of a number, any number. I'm willing to bet there's a pretty good chance you just thought of 7. Don't worry, I'm not a mind reader. It's just that the number 7 appears everywhere. 7 days in a week, 7 deadly sins, 7 wonders of the world, 7 notes in a musical scale, 7 colors in a rainbow. This isn't just a coincidence, and it's not superstition either. It turns out humans are kind of obsessed with the number 7. And there's a fascinating scientific reason why. Back in 1956, a psychologist named George A. Miller published a now famous study. He called it the magical number 7 plus or minus 2. His discovery was simple but incredibly powerful. He found that the human brain can only hold about 5 to 9 items in its working memory at any given time. And the sweet spot, the number we're most comfortable with, you guessed it, 7. This is why phone numbers were originally 7 digits long. They just feel right. It's why a list of 7 things feels complete, while longer lists can feel overwhelming and chaotic. This isn't about culture, it's about our biology. Our brains are hardwired to love patterns. We constantly seek balance, symmetry, and a sense of closure. The number 7 occupies a unique psychological space. It's not so small that it feels insignificant, but it's not so large that it feels unmanageable. Studies in psychology have actually shown that people find groups of 7 items more satisfying to look at than groups of 6 or 8. 7 feels complex enough to be interesting, but still simple enough to be controlled. And that feeling of control often matters more to us than cold, hard logic. This preference might even have evolutionary roots. Early humans didn't have calculators or spreadsheets. They had to keep track of important things in their heads, like sources of food, potential threats, and members of their tribe. Anthropologists have found evidence suggesting that early humans could naturally track about 5 to 7 items without needing any external tools. If they needed to count anything beyond that, they had to use tally marks, stones, or other aids. So, 7 became the largest number that felt safe and reliable to remember, and when something is tied to our survival, it gains powerful emotional importance. That's how a simple number starts to take on a deeper meaning. A lot of people think that religion is what made the number 7 sacred, but history tells a different story. It seems that religion simply adopted a number that humans already found trustworthy and significant. All across the world, in civilizations that had no contact with each other, we see the same pattern. 7 days of creation, 7 heavens, 7 chakras, the 7 deadly sins, and the 7 virtues. 7 gates to the underworld. They all independently landed on the same number because 7 already felt complete and whole in the human mind. The influence of 7 extends to how we perceive reality itself. Think about music. The diatonic scale, which is the foundation of most Western music, is made of 7 notes. Think about sight. When we see a rainbow, we perceive 7 distinct colors in the visible spectrum. And in psychology, there are 7 core emotions that are commonly identified across all cultures. The world isn't literally built on the number 7, but our perception of it is. 7 just happens to fit perfectly within the limits of our senses, and that's why it feels so natural and fundamental to us. Even in the world of luck and gambling, 7 has a special status. In casinos, it's everywhere. Dice games like craps, slot machines, jackpot signs. Statistically, the number 7 isn't any luckier than any other number. But psychologically, it triggers a powerful sense of expectation. Behavioral studies show that people strongly associate 7 with winning and rewards. Gamblers remember wins that involve the number 7 more vividly than other wins, and they're more likely to bet more when they see it. 7 doesn't change probability, but it does activate the dopamine in our brains. This isn't just ancient history. 7 continues to shape our modern world, especially in design and marketing. Have you ever noticed how many top 7 lists there are? That's because they consistently perform better than top 10 lists. When companies design products, they often limit the key features to 7 to avoid overwhelming the user. Productivity experts will recommend focusing on just 7 important tasks per day. This isn't just tradition, it's based on data. The number 7 maximizes our attention, improves our memory, and increases our chances of completion, all because it aligns perfectly with how our brains are wired. So in the end, the number 7 isn't magical or mystical. It simply represents the very edge of what the human mind can comfortably process and handle at one time. We don't love the number 7 because it's inherently special. We love it because it represents a sense of mastery and control in a complex world. And as humans, we have a deep-seated need to find meaning, especially at the limits of our own understanding. If you enjoy videos that explore the fascinating ways psychology, patterns, and perception shape our lives, make sure to subscribe to the channel.